Torino only gets to play 2 games in a season where you know you're going to meet the Torino that you expect. When they are playing the Turin derby against Juventus, that is when you meet Torino.
And he scores! Absolutely sensational!
Sports friendly, the game is on.
Napoli and Torino. Our own Victor Osimhen, Napoli.
Osimhen, oh, that's the thing. Yeah, it's good news. Osimhen, he started training. The game against Torino might be too soon for him,
Yeah.
but who knows? What if Matteo Politano and Simeone starts misfiring on the pitch, and maybe Osimhen per chance happens to be on the substitute bench?
He's likely to be on the substitute bench. Actually,
Possibility.
you know, the injury, they want to like at least let him recover
Yes.
a little bit. But this Napoli side is different. It's on another level.
The way
they dealt with
changed
AC Milan. No.
No, that hurts me, you know, because I am Milan to the blood. I am Milan, and against Napoli, it looked as if they could have taken that game to a level, a different gear. Milan came back, equalized, and this guy said, "Hey, who told you to equalize? You don't want it to remain at 1-0 or something." And
let's stop it up.
They put another
The
goal.
honesty, Napoli played AC Milan from start to finish. They were just better. They were just a better team.
They were better on the day, and I think it has to do with that continuity from last season. They've not really had so many changes. If take away Insigne has left, but now look at Simeone that came on loan from Hellas Verona. That's more like the main. Yeah, there are a few other new players, but he is like, okay, the one that has had the most impact right now, and it's all thanks to Osimhen's injury.
Yeah.
No. So that team is actually building up bit by bit. The last season, it was unfortunate for them. They could have finished as champions. They just had some bad results along the way.
I feel it's just maybe too many games playing around January, it's just too much for them, and they don't have changes.
They don't have a large squad.
They don't have changes.
Unlike some of the bigger teams in Italy. The Milans, the Inter, the Juve. Yes, those ones have a plethora of big names they can call upon at any point in time whenever the need arises. But Napoli didn't have that good fortune. So
they're boxed.
Yeah, but this time around, if they avoid injuries, because you never can rule out injuries. Injuries play a big role when it comes to a very long campaign over the course of the season. How soon they go out of Europe is also another factor. If they continue to remain in Europe, last season might happen all over again. But you never just can't tell. But against Torino, it's almost a no-brainer.
Yeah, I watched the game when Torino played Udinese.
Udinese is also at another level right now.
And Napoli beating Liverpool. As they've been fantastic this season.
But that Liverpool game, that was where Osimhen picked up the injury. But then, in the 3 games they've played since then, 2 in Serie A, 1 in the Champions League, they've performed excellently.
Yes, they have.
The only thing they've missed from Osimhen is Osimhen's pressing.
Yes.
Osimhen,
the energy.
Yeah, Osimhen would press the defense and force
putting pressure there.
Yes, force you to play the long ball. You lose possession, they gain back possession, they start building. Defenders don't have a break when you have Osimhen on the pitch.
Yeah.
You're always thinking of, is this guy going to run off my shoulder? If
and he has speed.
He has speed.
You have to be vigilant.
Yes, if you don't set that offside trap properly, he's going to mess you up. He's going to mess you up. Osimhen has that. If he remains injury free and he starts playing possibly from next weekend, that guy could score 25, 30 goals this season.
Possible.
It's very, very, very possible. He now understands the way Napoli plays. He's picking up the Italian language.
Yeah.
He's now able to communicate better with his teammates on the pitch, off the pitch, enjoying his life in Naples. It will only tell on the team at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they are going to beat anyway. But forgive me for digressing. When they come up against Torino this weekend, it's going to be a Napoli victory. It's just going to be a case of By how many goals will Napoli win?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't see Torino posing much of a problem to them. Yes, it's football. Anything
No,
can
this
happen.
Torino side, they're slimy.
They are unpredictable. Yeah,
they're slimy.
1 minute they play very
Next
good
one,
football. The next
they're
minute,
off.
so is which Torino team will be coming to the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium to play Napoli? Is it the Torino team that would come to ruin the party, or is it the Torino team that will come to follow the form book and just come there and say, okay, let's just go to Naples, lose by a low margin, go back home, let's make sure we retain our Serie A status at the end of the season and all that. Torino only gets to play 2 games in a season where you know you're going to meet the Torino that you expect. When they are playing the Turin derby against Juventus, that is when you meet Torino. It's like every other game doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Those
just
2
want
finals, those are the only games that matter to them. Hopefully, they give us a contest when they come up against Napoli, and if that happens, well,
I feel Torino they're comfortable in the position they are.
Yes.
No, you don't want to win the league.
They don't just get relegated. They just want to be there, mid-table, end of season, whatever happens, happens. We remain in Serie. We sell players. We bring in new players. You know, it's difficult. It's a bit difficult for them now to adjust to life without Bremer. Since this holding, that lapse has been there in the defense. It's very difficult for them to bring in someone to replace someone who was voted Defender of the Year in Italy. You know, so it's going to take some time for them to get to adjust to life without him. But in the meantime, like you rightly pointed out, they are just comfortable being a mid-table team. You know, far from the Torino of the 1940s and 50s that dominated Italian football, went seasons unbeaten. You know, those were the glory days. But
I remember even our Nigerian boys today.
Ola, you know, that's just it. He had a very good, an average outing against the Algerians. Yes, good player, but a tree doesn't make a forest. And he still struggles to get into the team from time to time. I think his versatility is also a problem because when the coach doesn't know whether to use you as a right back or as a left back, you know, sometimes it can be a problem.
It gets confusing.
Yes, you know, you put them on the pitch, you say, okay, look, you might not be the best right back in the team, might not be the best left back in the team. But you know, say, okay, if I have this guy on the pitch, it prevents me from wasting a substitution. When I need to change one or the other, he can easily switch to any of those positions. But it's also a problem for him. And I think he needs to up his game to the level where it will be very difficult for the manager to say to keep him out of the team.
Yeah, he needs to make that top level.
Yes,
he needs to prove his point.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's lucky Nigeria is not going to the World Cup this season, in November, because with the quality, there are fullbacks that are beginning to emerge out there. It would be a bit difficult for him to stay in the team if he doesn't play regularly for his club side. But hopefully, things will change and we'll see how that goes. But if he plays tomorrow, it won't make any difference because if he plays on Saturday, it won't make any difference because Napoli will whoop them.
So what's your scoreline?
The Napoli win, definitely. Scoreline, we're looking at least 3 goals for Napoli.
3 goals to none.
It could be 3-0, it could be 3-1 because the Napoli defense since Koulibaly left, they have this habit of conceding in every game. But will Torino have enough firepower to breach Napoli's defense? And let's see how it goes. But it could be 3-0, it could be 3-1, it could even be 4-1.
Okay, I will stay at 2-0.
2-0. Playing safe,
2-0. Okay. So thank you very much.
You're very much welcome.
But the goal scores! Absolutely sensational!
Sports Friendly, the game is on.
If you watch to the end of this video, please kindly click and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen right now. And we'll get more of our content because we're giving you good predictions. See you next time.
But the goal scores! Absolutely sensational.
Sports Frenzy, the game is on.